guys. So I'm making my vlog on the day that I'm actually like the most annoyed, which probably isn't good because this whole vlog is just gonna be about rants. But it's like it's okay. I'll first start off saying like the things that I want to say. So first, I can't wait until Rebecca Navarre comes home so that we can make our Virgin Diary series. We're talking about, well, the first one is we're going to talk about 50 Shades of Grey, which I absolutely loved. I'm on the third book right now, and it's getting kind of crazy, but I love the first two a lot, even though the second one I was just like, this will never end and this will never get better. But it has been, and it did, or should I say, but then some people warned me that the third one is really crazy. And other than that, I've just been chilling around my house, hanging out with my friends. Bayern Munchen won the I can't even think of it, the European League. So I'm very happy because I'm like, yay! It's a very happy time in Ashley Jackson's life with things. But the craziest thing happened to me today. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys know that whenever I vlog, I have to vlog with purpose or a topic. So the first vlog I planned on making was going to be about business class, riding business class on an airplane. But then I haven't even thought about that since. But today, the craziest thing happened. So, okay, I bought a mint pair of jeans to wear for a like future event or something. I just needed a pair of colored pants. And I took them back. I bought them like 2 weeks ago. So I was taking them back to Ross because I was just like, yeah, I don't really want them. They were kind of expensive. I have some like credit I can use at Macy's for a return I made. So I was like, I should go to Macy's. They'll probably be nicer, cheaper, etc. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to take these pants back to Ross. So I walk in. I'm standing in line. I'm the second person in line. I'm waiting on this lady. The lady is buying panties. Like, I don't know. She's buying, like, bikini-style underwear. She's buying, like, several or whatnot. And the lady, the cashier is like, oh, did you have a price on these pair? And she was like, no. She's like, I didn't realize they didn't have a price tag. So she was like, okay, 1 second. I'll go look. So these two teenage boys come from another line because they see how short the line we're in is. And mind you, I'm in the exchanges/return line, and they're looking to purchase. So number one, they're wrong in the first place. And so we're standing there, and they're obviously like talking about the fun stuff they're going to do this afternoon. They're about to have a good time cutting up with their friends. And, I'm like smiling, thinking, oh, that's really sweet. Like, I remember the days when I was 17, chilling in high school with my pals, having a good time summer. And then, I'm kind of smiling to myself, like, that's really cool. Like, it's nice being back in Conyers thinking about that. And then, as soon as that thought passes my mind, these little kids, because that's how they were acting like little boys, they have the nerve to say, mind you, the cashier wasn't back yet. They have the nerve to say, one of them said, I told you, this Ross is really slow. I can't stand it here. They're lazy. They get on my nerve. And he's like, where did she even go? And the other one was like, I've seen 5 workers walk by. They're just extremely lazy and negligent. And look at that. Look at them. They're so stupid. It's not even like this place needs that many people. And it's not even like this place needs that much attendance. And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there looking like out of the corner of my eye like, seriously though? And then to top it all off, a lady comes, like, who's a supervisor, apparently. Like, she's apparently a supervisor. She comes, and she's, like, looking around, like, why are you standing here without someone? She's like, no one's up here. And then the kid whispers under his breath, apparently not. And then, I was like, oh, she went back in the back. And she asked the lady, she was like, is she looking for something for you? The lady's standing there. And I'm looking, like, no, literally, guys. I snapped my neck, like, what? Like, so I was mad because I was looking at her like, so you mean to tell me that you don't know why she left this register? You can't even cover for her because now you're making her look mad negligent and she's trying to help your simple behind out. So I was like, she went to the back to help the lady in front of us. So she calls somebody to come up, and the 2 kids behind me say, she's so stupid, she can't even do it herself, she has to call someone to come up here. And she heard them, and her eyebrows lifted, and she kind of looked down, like, wow, okay. And then she told the lady, she said, could you please ring these people up? I'm going to go find so-and-so, the lady who was supposed to be ringing us up. And they basically, after they have trash talked, and mind you, they were using all kinds of explicatives. They were like, they kept rolling their eyes, cocking their head, oh, and of course I'm looking at, like I said, I'm looking at them out of the corner of my eye like, you can't be no more than 17, and you honestly are trying to buy some shorts. And do you know, he even said to himself, he even said to his friend, he turned around and said, you know, we could leave, but I really want these shorts. And in my mind, I'm thinking, so your little simple behind is gonna spend your money anyway, you might as well sit tight and shut up. So then, to make matters worse, 20 times worse in my most humble opinion, she comes back, and, you know, so the lady was like, I can take the next person right here, which is me. But I'm like, first of all, I'm not in a rush. When I came to Ross today, I was prepared to be in Ross for however long it took. My goal is to return these pants, and I'm going to return the pants. So I looked at him and I said, you can go ahead. And he said, are you sure? I said, positive. And he goes, sweet. And I thought to myself, you so simple, you don't even understand that the whole point of me telling your little behind to go is because you have proven that you obviously can't be here in 30 seconds longer. Because to be, you know what, with my new Michael Kors watch, thanks to my mother, I timed that we'd only been standing in line for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Trust me, I'll use any excuse to look at my watch. So I was like, oh, it's only been 1 minute and 30 seconds, because the chronograph tells me the seconds. So I knew. I was like, we've only been standing here for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And I mean, why am I worried about it? So I told him, I said, yeah, positive. And I rolled my eyes like, oh, sweet. He checks out no sooner than I check out. And we both leave at the same time. But I showed him. When I talked to that lady, she said, how may I help you? I said, I'm fine. I just want to return my pants. And she was like, great. She's like, I'm sorry about that. You know what? It's okay. I came here to return my pants, and as long as I can do that, I'm fine. All right. Is there anything I can do for you, Miss Jackson? No, ma'am. Would you like it back all in your cart? That sounds great. Thank you. First of all, this is the reason why I'm mad. And I can't even begin to explain why I'm mad, is because I'm just like, but these kids don't know no manners, though. They don't. Yeah, these kids don't know no manners. I said it. They don't. And the fact that their parents are probably walking around letting them act all high sedity is what's even worse. Half the time, maybe their parents don't even know. But you know what? I promise you, if I ever produce a high sedity child who thinks they don't have to wait in line for 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will bop them in the forehead. Get it together. No one, first of all, don't disrespect people who try to boost our economy. Don't disrespect people. You think because they work in retail that they're below you, they're supposed to wait on you hand and foot. I'm like, I get it. You don't understand why she left the register. But you were talking while she told the lady, I'm going to go check your price. I get it. You don't understand that this woman is like, I get it. You don't understand why you're waiting 1 minute and 30 seconds for something that should take 45. I understand. I get it. But at the same time, I'm just like, but you sweating some small stuff that don't even matter, though. Like, why you pressed? Like, you pressed? Like, you really pressed over the fact that she gone? Like, my brother, there's a whole line over there where you can go. Why are you standing in this line? You in the wrong line anyway. It's returns and exchanges. You ain't got no exchange. You ain't got no return. Bounce. Bye. What you doing here? Like, for real. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm cackling because simple, basic. I'm just letting you know, parents of Conyers, Georgia, your kids are wilding out in the street on your name, and I can't live because I kind of want to be like, for real though, my brother, like, you in the wrong line anyway. What you doing? Hush. But I didn't, because I'm just sitting there like, you can't tell kids nothing. I was 17 once, couldn't be told nothing fast, thinking about my own self. But guess what? I grew up and I realized the stuff that we be complaining about is so trivial in like the grand scheme of things. I'm like, that's mad trivial though. Like, I don't understand how you have allowed someone's behavior to nix your behavior. Like, you have allowed someone to make you into a nasty person. And all I'm saying is, I'm just like, yes, I'm taking the time to actually acknowledge this in my life, because it's like something that since I've been home in Conyers, it's what I don't understand. Conyers people live in Conyers and they act like they live in Buckhead. Like, they're just like, why is this woman taking so long? I'm like, first of all, you're in the suburbs, man. You don't got nowhere to be. Not a place. I'm just, again, looking at my watch like, it's 11 a.m. We in Target. And obviously you don't work a day job because you got 3 kids in the buggy. They all under the age of 5. You probably stressed because you're trying to get them home. But let me explain to you. This retail job that this person is working is just as stressful as your 3 kids. So why you tripping? Young son, you waiting in line to buy some little booty shorts, talking about some they're short enough so I can run. Really? How cute. But let me explain something to you. You can get your mama to patch them up. Hell, you can get me to patch them up. That's how I felt. Like I was looking at them shorts. I thought, my brother, if you got an old pair of jeans, you can get a sewing machine and sew them yourself. Don't even gotta leave your house. Y'all ain't ready. I'm not ready. It's time to go. I always say that because I'm always like, I can't be in college for more than 3 weeks at a time. But it's just really true. Like, I just don't understand it here. I don't. Like, I don't like to leave my house. My mom's always like, get out. I'm like, I'll get out when everybody else goes in. I can't be around it. Like, people acting like, oh, I deserve. I'm like, we all deserve something. But the love of God is all we really entitled to. So, take 2 seats. Like, it's crazy. I don't even know. But it's just like, maybe because Amanda Wanjo worked at Ross, and I'm just like, I can't even imagine if you called my best friend lazy. I can't imagine if you called my homie, like, stupid because you trying to buy some shorts and she's just trying to price check or something for another person. Like, y'all, I can't even, I can believe that happened to me today, but it's just like, my day has been a frenzy of mishaps and craziness. I went to the wrong doctor today, so I had to make another appointment for tomorrow. Luckily, Kaiser refunded me my money. Kaiser wants to say that I owe them $25. I was like, I don't even understand how. I haven't even been to Kaiser in like 3 years. And then to top it all off, I got a dentist appointment tomorrow. I really don't even want to fool with the dentist. I don't like sitting with my mouth open. Like, press like a space bar. But you know what's funny though is I'm actually like happier now. Like now that I've released the tension on my soul of telling you the story of these trifling young men, I actually feel much better because I'm just like, what's true is I don't have to worry about the fact that I can't let them change my behavior. Like honestly, and I didn't. I treated that lady with the utmost respect because the way I felt was you doing me a favor. That's what it is. I mean, as a consumer, I'm really just trying to get my money back. He don't realize that as a consumer, he's trying to spend his money. And the fact of the matter is, I'm going to stand here all night if I got to get my little $15 back because at the end of the day, that's what I want. And I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the youth today to where they feel like they above it, but you're not above it. You're not. Like, you really just need to take a big slice of humble pie and sat down. Yeah, I said it. Sat down, son, because... You mean to tell me you... I'm sorry. I was supposed to be getting over it, but I get caught up in it all over again. Like, just thinking about the mendacity. Like, it was just crazy to me. Like, watching him and his friends squabble over how annoying and frustrating this store of black workers were to them. Because they lazy. It was almost like being on their old slave ship. It was just crazy. I was just like, so what? They supposed to be hopping, skipping, and jumping for your white money? Like, cut it out. Y'all don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. That was rude. But at the end of the day, it was just the ugliest thing ever. It was the ugliest thing ever. It was ugly. It hurt my feelings. Honestly, it did. And I think that's probably another reason why I wasn't pressed. Because I was just like, you know what? I know people who work in retail. I know people who work in fast food. And it's not an easy job. You have to deal with people on the daily who don't want to be bothered with you. And it's just like people forget you're a person when it comes to their food and their clothes. And honestly, even their money. Because even I've seen people in the bank tell my mom where she can take herself after they overdraw their account, which is all the fault of their own. But I don't know. I'm pressed. That's it. That's all I just wanted to say. I'm just pressed about that one thing. But I'm chill. And I'll make another vlog before I go to DC. And I'll make another vlog before I go to Boston. It'll all be chill. I'll make another. So don't worry. It won't be pressed like this. It'll be better. It'll be much better.